The following program contains content not suitable for some viewers. Some names have been altered for the safety of those involved. Viewer discretion is advised. A college campus, usually a very calm and inviting environment where students can stroll without having to worry about something happening to them. With their walkways and paths, people find a comfort knowing that they are safe. But at this one campus in the heart of Atlanta, that all has changed.
It was shocking, like real scary, real.
Serial hugging. Usually a universal sign of affection meant to be shared with friends and loved ones. Here, an act of terror. The string of attacks on students is a growing problem. This is Mark. Could you please tell me exactly what happened to you?
So I was walking home from the gym around 6 p.m. and I like to walk real fast after I go to the gym, to get a little extra burn in after you do squats. You know how it is. And right then I started to hear footsteps behind me, and my heart started racing like when you drink way too much Red Bull. And all of a sudden he just grabbed me, and I was like, what? And he just took off, and I didn't even see his face.
And Mark is not the only person who has been attacked like this. Another student had the same experience and has chosen to remain anonymous.
I would never feel safe again. I was just walking back from Mickey D's, and out of nowhere he just jumps up and attacks me. I just paid $5 for 20 nuggets, and that's all wasted now.
I met with Officer Jackson to see what the police are doing to step up protection.
We are doing everything that we can. It's just very difficult to investigate these cases because the action isn't technically illegal. We just don't have a state or federal statute prohibiting these actions, which makes investigating these cases difficult.
And what actions are you taking exactly?
Every action.
President of Georgia Tech, Bud Peterson, was not available for interview, but he did release this official statement.
We've bought a couple Segways, a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, so we've made a tremendous number of changes to try and address public safety.
My parents heard about the attacks on the news. From then on, they had me call every time I went out at night, and again when I got back safe. I legally emancipated myself 3 weeks ago.
Despite these horrific attacks, most students were able to go about their lives as normal. That is, until the night of October 4th, 2011. This is Natalie. On any other day, a normal freshman student at Georgia Tech. But on the night of October 4th, everything changed.
She was such a nice person, always outgoing and trustworthy. We were best friends, and we used to talk at least every few days. So I knew there was a problem when she didn't answer any of my text messages. I even Facebooked her, nothing. So of course I grabbed a couple of people and we went to go check on her. What we found was just so sad.
So we knocked on the door and it was open, which was a little weird because she usually locks her door. And then we walked in and then we saw her lying there on the sofa crying. It was terrible, so I just had to call her mom.
When we got the call, I of course immediately rushed down to see her. She was a mess. My poor baby girl couldn't even tell me at first what happened. We eventually got her to a psychologist, and after a few weeks, she told us about the incident. It's so awful. She still isn't back to how she used to be.
We finally got a chance to sit down with Natalie to get the full story from her. So how have you been since the incident?
It's been a long journey. My therapist says I've been making a lot of progress. I think I'm finally ready to talk about it.
Could you tell us about what happened that night?
There wasn't anything special about that night.
My friends and I were just finishing up a group project, and they were about to go out to eat. I wasn't hungry, and I had more homework to do, so I just waved and went my separate way. I was just walking and I thought I heard something. I don't know what exactly, but there was just this weird, creepy vibe I was getting. I looked over my shoulder, but I didn't see anything. I was still nervous, so I sped up a little bit. But that feeling like someone was watching me never went away. After I rounded a corner, he just popped up out of nowhere and grabbed me. It was so terrifying, and I thrashed around. I finally got a hit on him, and he bolted.
The victim gave the police a detailed description of the suspect.
He looked like he could be black. Or maybe Asian. Latino? No, wait, he was white. Yeah, I don't really know, but he definitely is one of those four. He was between 5'5" and 6'8", with brown or blonde, long, straight, and curly hair.
I'm afraid they'll never catch him. I can't even go to Einstein's Bagels anymore.
Nobody can. It's not there anymore.
What?
It's gone. I'm so sorry.
Well, what's there now?
A subway.
What? We already have one. Like, in the same building.
It's the same subway, they just moved it down the hall. The old subway has been replaced with a condiment counter. But the new subway has 2 lines now. It takes just as long, but feeds twice as many.
This isn't even about me anymore. This is about what's right for America. I can't take this fucking if you take your microphone and you shut up.
The message is clear. The unidentified suspect is ruining lives. Someone has got to stop him. And since the police are doing everything that they can, all we can do now is wait and hope for the best. I'm Daniel Chase, and this chase is still going on.